welcome back to my channel. My name is Susie. If it's the first time in this channel, welcome, and please don't forget to subscribe before you leave. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to crochet this jacket sweater for a baby 0 to 3 months. It's very simple to make. Okay, it's very simple. Since it's small, well, it took me, because I'm recording and everything, it took me one whole day to finish this one or this tutorial. But this is, you can make them in any color. It's a unisex sweater. I made this one green with brown and cream with brown with the bears, and this one is with the frog. So if you would like to learn how to make this sweater, please keep on watching and don't forget to subscribe. I'm going to be using this yarn. It's Alice Divas Yuki Effect. It's a 1mm yarn. And again, I'm going to leave the link in the description box where I buy this yarn. I buy them at Etsy as well. And I'm going to be using the main color. It's going to be this cream color. For this part right here, it's going to be the same. So this part, I'm going to make it with the cream color and the ends with the brown color. And I'm going to be using it with the 2.0mm crochet hook. You also need ear buttons. I'm going to be using these ones, bear buttons. You can buy this at Walmart. I bought them at Walmart. So I'm going to be using two different buttons because I'm going to be mixing them. Just like this. So it's your choice. Okay, so we will start by making the yoke. I think that's called. And we have to chain 87. Okay? Once you have your 87 chains, we're going to start working in the 5th chain from the hook. So here's the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and in the 5th one, we're going to make a long double crochet. I don't know if that's the correct name. That's the name I'm going to call it, okay? But I'm going to explain how you can make the long double crochet. You yarn over, like if you're making a double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4. Insert the hook in the 5th chain and get the yarn, pull up the yarn, and you have 3 loops. Okay, get yarn and close 1 loop, get yarn and close 2 loops, and you have 2 loops left. Get yarn and close those 2 loops. See, again, we yarn over, insert the hook in the next chain, get yarn, we have 3 loops, get yarn and close 1 loop, you have 3 loops, get yarn and close 2 loops, and get yarn and close those 2 left. This is a long double crochet. That's the name I'm gonna call it, like I said. So these chains, the first chains we left at the beginning, this ones counts as your long double crochet. And we made 2 more. Let's make another one. The next one, you have 3 loops, close 1 loop, you have 2, close 2 loops, you have 2 left, and close those 2. Okay, so we have, counting the chains, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. We have to make a total of 14 long double crochet. So make 10 long double crochets more so you can have the total of 14. Okay, so I have my 14. We count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14 long double crochet. So once you have your 14, chain 2, 1, 2, and without skipping, in the next chain, work your long double crochet. We have 1 in the next one, another one. We're gonna crochet again 14 long double crochet. So we have 1, 2 after the chains, 1, 2, make 12 more so you can have the total of 14. There, I have my 14 long double crochets. So now chain 2, 1, 2, in the next chain work another one, long double crochet, 1, 2, 3, here's one, and the next one another one. In this row we're gonna work a total of 28 long double crochets. We have 2. Let's chain 24 more so you can have the 26, I'm sorry, so you can have the total of 28, counting these 2 we made already. Okay, so I finished my 28 long double crochets, and we need to make like we made at the beginning, which was 2 chains right here, 14 long double crochets, 2 chains, and 14 long double crochets. So right here we have to make 2 chains, 1, 2, in the next chain work your first long double crochet, and you have to make in total 14 long double crochet. We have 2, let's make 12 more so you can have the total of 14. I made the 14 long double crochets, and you have to have 14 chains left because we have to make 14 long double crochets more. So once you have your 14 long double crochets, chain 2, 1, 2, and finish the row in the next chain. Finish the row making your 14 long double crochets. Okay, so we finished the first part of the yoke. Here's the front part, which is this part, and here this part is the arms, the back, the arm, and this side. Okay, let's get into row 2. For row 2 you have to chain, okay, chain 3, 1, 2, oh, I'm sorry, 1, 2, and 3. This 3 chains counts as your first long double crochet. Make 1 chain. This chain counts as the chain 1 space. Okay, so turn your work. So like I said, these 3 chains are the stitch for the first one, so we don't work in this one. In the next one we have to skip, and in the third one you make your first long double crochet, chain 1, you skip the next one, in the next one make the long double crochet, you chain 1, you skip the next one, then in the next stitch make your long double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, in the next one you work there. So we have to make that with the the chain 1 and skip 1 until we get to this point right here. Okay, so I made my long double crochet with the chain 1 space, and I have left 1 more stitch, right? So in this one just chain 1, and we have to skip this stitch right here where we made the chains. You have to make 2 long double crochets. We have 1, we have 2, chain 2, 1, 2, and in the same space make 2 long double crochets. We have 1 and 2. See, we made an increase right here. So remember, you have 1 left, chain 1, skip that stitch left, and work 2 long double crochets in the chain 2, and another 2 long double crochets. Now chain 1, you skip this stitch right here, and in the next stitch work your long double crochet, chain 1, skip the next one, in this one work your long double crochet, chain 1, skip this one, in the next one long double crochet, the same until you get to the last stitch. Okay, so right here I don't need to chain 1 because I finished in the last stitch from the last row, see? So I don't have to make the chain 1. Just yarn over, and in the chain space right here, here are the chains, you can see them right here, you have to work another increase. So make 2 long double crochets, chain 2, 1, 2, and in the same space work another long double crochet, 1 and 2. So we have 2. This one is the you don't count this one because I don't want you to get confused. You don't count this one because this one is the for that stitch. So in the chains you just make 2 long double crochets, 2 chains, and 2 long double crochets. So chain 1, skip this one, and the next one, make your stitch, chain 1, skip your next one, and in the next one make your long double crochet. That's how you're going to continue working all this way. When you get to the chains, which are right here, you have to make 2 make 2 long double crochets, chain 2, and 2 long double crochets. Then you chain 1, skip the first one, and continue working. You get into these chains and repeat the increase, okay, until I see you, until we get to this point. Okay, so I'm almost ready. I have 2 stitches left. Right here you chain 1, you skip this one, and in the third chain, here's the third chain. You can see if you twist a little bit, you can see it, 1, 2, and here's the third chain. Just make your long double crochet right here. Yes, and you're finished with your row number 2. You have to have something like this. For row 3, you only chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and this chains counts as your first long double crochet. So yarn over, and in the chain 1 space you have to make another long double crochet. In the long double crochet you have to make another one. In the chain space you work another. In the long double crochet you have to make another long double crochet. That's how you're going to continue working. 1 long double crochet in the chain 1 space, and 1 long double crochet in the stitch, 1 in the chain 1 space, and 1 in the stitch. Just like this until you get to this point right here. Okay, so once you get to the chain, right here are the chains, you have to make another increase, which is 2 long double crochets, 1 and 2, chain 2, 1, 2, and in the same space another 2 long double crochets. And this is the increase. In the next stitch, work a normal long double crochet, the next one long double crochet, and the next one long double crochet, and here's the chain 1 space, make 1 in the chain and 1 in the stitch, 1 in the chain and 1 in the stitch. That's how you're going to work this row, okay? Just a long double crochet in the stitch and in the chain. Once you get to these chains, you have to make the increase, 2 long double crochet, 2 chains, and 2 long double crochets. Okay, and I see you when we get to this point right here. Okay, so I'm almost finished. I got to this point, remember, where we made the 3 chains and 1 more chain for the for the chain 1 space. So right here we have to make another long double crochet because it's for the chain 1 space, and right here where is the third chain, 1, 2 and 3, right here you just pinch like this, and right there you have to make your last long double crochet like this, and we'll finish row number 3. You have to have something like this. See? Now we have to repeat row number 2, which was the chain 1 space. So right here you have to chain 1, 2 and 3, and it's your first long double crochet, and chain 1 more chain for the chain 1 space. We don't work in this one because these chains are for this stitch, so we skip the next one, and in the third one you start working your long double crochet. Chain 1, skip 1 in the next one, make your long double crochet. Chain 1, skip 1 in the next one, make your long double crochet. We are just repeating number 2. When you get to this part where the chain are, make the increase. Remember, 2 long double crochet, chain 2 and 2 long double crochet. If you have 1 stitch left, just chain 1 and skip the stitch, but yeah, I think you won't get confused. So that's the way we're gonna work in this row. Okay, so continue working like that until we get to this point. Remember, when you get to the chains, make the increase. Like right here, guys, see, I have 1 stitch left, so I just chain 1 and skip this stitch and make the increase right here. That's what I want you to understand. Okay, so I finished this row. Here it is. I made the last long double crochet right here in the chain. I skipped this one, and in the chains, the third chain, I made the long double crochet. Number 5, you have to repeat row number 3, which was 1 long double crochet in the stitch and 1 long double crochet in the chain 1 space. So right here you just chain 3, 1, 2, 3, turn your work, and it counts. These 3 chains are for the first stitch. In the chain 1 space you make your long double crochet. In the stitch, your long double crochet. In the chain 1 space, long double crochet. In the stitch. Okay, just like that, like we work row number 3. You get to right to this point and you make your increase. Remember, 2 long double crochet, 2 chains and 2 long double crochets. We have to repeat these steps until we get to row number 9. So we worked already 1, 2, 3, 4, and we are starting row number 5. Once we finish row number 5, we repeat this row, which was the chain 1 space, and we finish row number 6 and we repeat these chains just like that until we get to row number 9. Show you, don't forget that right here you have 4 chains. Remember, we made 4 chains at the beginning. Well, you have to make, I'm sorry if this camera is like moving a lot, but you have to make one long double crochet right here, which is the chain 1 space, and 1 long double crochet in the 3rd chain from the hook. Don't forget to make those 2 long double crochets. Okay guys, so I finished my 9 rows. I have them right here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9 rows, and we have to start in row number 10. We're gonna start by making the sleeve. We're gonna start by making the sleeve. Chain 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Turn your work. Okay, so remember, 3 chains equals your first long double crochet, and 1 chain is the skip 1 chain. Okay, so we skip this one, and in the next one we start working just like how we were working in the past rows. We chain 1, skip, and in the next one make our long double crochet. We do that until we get to this point right here, before we get to the chains. Okay, to this point. Okay, so I'm sorry, so I got to this point and I have one stitch left from the past row. So right here we only chain 1. Grab your other size. Here's the size, look, here's the other side. So you just fold it like this. It has to match the chains from the other side to these chains right here. Okay. Okay guys, I had to get my things together. Just like this. And you have to make 1, insert your hook into both chains. This is the first one, and you have to pass the second one and make your long double crochet. Okay, open it up like this, and you have to make another long double crochet right here where the chains are, right here, just like that. So let's repeat the step. Okay, so we chain 1, we skip this one, we fold our other side together, insert the hook to both chains, and make 1 long double crochet. We open it up like this, and we make another long double crochet right here, and we have our sleeve already. You can see it right here. See? So right here we chain 1, skip the first one, and the second one make your long double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, and the second one another long double crochet. Keep working like that until you get to this point right here. Okay, so I got to the other side right here. I don't have to because I have 2 left, right? So I chain 1 and I skip this one, and in this one I just make my long double crochet, and I don't have to chain another one because I don't have any more to skip. Okay, so just like this, without making the chain, you fold your other side just like this. You fold it this way. It has to match the chains from this side to the chains from this side, like this. And we are going to repeat. Insert your hook in your both chain space like this, and make your long double crochet. Open it up like this, and in the chain space make another long double crochet, and you have your other sleeve. Chain 1 and skip the first one, and the second one start by making your first long double crochet, and we finish the row working how we work right here. Chain 1, skip 1, and make your long double crochet until you get to your last stitch. We're working the wrong side. Just flip it like this, and we have our sleeves ready. This is the front part. See? Now let's start. We are in row number 10. Let's start by making row number 11. Chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. In the chain 1 space, make 1 long double crochet, 1 long double crochet in the stitch, 1 long double crochet in the chain 1 space. Okay, you're just gonna repeat working like this how we work this row number 9. And right here, when you get to this point, I'm gonna show you when we get to this point, okay? So repeat working like this until you get to this point. Okay, so I got to this point already. Okay, here's the chain one space, so we have to make one right here. And here's the stitch, we make one right here. Here's the other stitch, we make one right here. And here's the other stitch, one right here. And here's the chain one space right here, so you have to make one long double crochet right here and in the stitch. This is all you're going to do in this row all the way until you get to this point right here. Okay, so I finished my row. We are in row 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11, row 11. And right here we chain 4, 1 2 3 3. It's your first long double crochet, and 1 is your chain one space. So we skip this one because this one is for this one, skip the next one, and in the third one we make first long double crochet, 1 chain 1, skip 1, and then the second one another long double crochet. You repeat working like that all the way until you get to this point right here. Okay, so when you get to this point, you're gonna have 3 stitches. You can see right here, 1 2 3. What you're gonna do is you're gonna chain 2 instead of 1 and skip these 2 stitches, 1 2, and right here in the third chain you're gonna make your last long double crochet. Okay, so for next row, chain 3, 1 2 3, turn your work, and right here instead of making 1 long double crochet you're gonna make 2 because we chained 2, 1 and 2, and in the next one make 1 in the chain 1 space, you just make 1. Okay, we are making 2 in this space because we chain 2 in the back row, so that's why we are making 2. In this row you're gonna work all the way, repeating this row right here all the way, making 1 long double crochet in the chain 1 space and in the stitch, chain 1 space in the stitch, all the way until you get to this point right here. We are working row 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12, and we are starting row 13. We will work like that until we get to row number 23. That means we finish this row and make 10 rows more, working how we've been working, repeating the rows, okay, until you get to row number 23. So I see you when we are in row number 23. Guys, so I finished my 23 rows. Let's count from the beginning. Here's row 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22, and the last one 23. I have my 23 rows. It has to look something like this. Now we are going to work with rows in color brown, or your second color. If you're not gonna change color, if you're gonna only make it one color, you don't have to do this step. Just continue working 1 2 3 4 more rows from this color, from the same color you started. Okay, but I want to do it with different color. So right here I did my last long double crochet. You see, I chain 1 and I cut this yarn like this, because I'm going to change to my color brown. Okay, so I got my brown color right here where we cut the yarn. I'm gonna insert my hook right here, and I'm gonna put this, the new color, which is in my case is the brown one. I'm gonna put right here, and I'm gonna chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm gonna turn my work, and I'm gonna continue working. Don't worry about this thread, because when we're done, we're gonna hide them with their. You can hide them with your hook or with the needle. Okay. So once you have your 4 chains, just skip the next one, which is this one, and in the third one continue working your long double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, and make your long double crochet. We're going to continue working the same way we did all of this. In total we have to make 4 rows of the color brown. Okay, finish this row and repeat this row, and then make one row like this one and another row like this one. Okay, so I finished my 4 rows. Here they are. 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of color brown, and I'm gonna fast off this yarn already. So I just chain 1 and I cut the yarn. And this is what we have for the moment. We're almost done. Okay, so now we are going to get back to the first color. We're gonna start working in the sleeves, on the sleeves. Okay, what we do to this sleeve, we are going to do the exact same thing to this one. Both of the sleeves are gonna work the same. Okay, so now let's get the sleeve, and let's find right here, which is we have the 2 long double crochet, we have the chains, and we have these 2 long double crochets, right? So it's the back. From the back, here are the 2 long double crochet. We're gonna start right here. We get the yarn, and we work 4 chains, 1, 2, 3, and 4, which equals 1 long double crochet in the chain 1 space. We skip this one, and in the next one we work our first long double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, in the next one the long double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, in the next one the long double crochet. And that's what we are going to do all around the sleeve. Okay, until we get to this point, because I'm going to explain you what to do by this point. Okay, so I got to this point already. See, I have this one left, but I'm going to skip that one. So I just chain 1, skip the next one, and right here where the chains are, we're going to make 1 long double crochet. We are skipping this, like this part that it's right here. So we chain 1, and we slip stitch in the 3rd chain from the beginning, which is 1, 2, and 3 right here. We slip stitch, and this is what we have for the sleeve. We made row 1. For row 2, we are going to repeat this row right here, or the last row we made over here, which was 1 long double crochet in the chain 1 space and 1 in the stitch. So we chain 3, in the chain 1 space we make 1 long double crochet, in the stitch long double crochet, the chain 1 space, long double crochet, in the stitch another one. Okay, we are doing the same sequence how we've been working right here. We're gonna do it to the sleeve. In total, you have to make, let's count, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 rows for the sleeve. We are working on number 2. Finish number 2 and make 9 more rows. Okay guys, so I finished my 11 rows. We don't count this one because we started working in this one. So we count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. And I'm gonna start working in this part, the brown one. Again, if you are only working in one color, just ignore this step. But if you keep on working with the same color, what I'm gonna do, you just keep working, okay? But I'm gonna change color, so I chain 1 and cut this yarn, and I'm gonna get the color brown. Okay, so with the color brown, right here where I did my slip stitch, I'm gonna insert my hook and pass the new color, which is the color brown in my case. Let's cross this one, this thread this way, because we're gonna start by hiding it while we start working. Okay, so chain 3, 1 2 and 3, and continue working. Remember, hide these threads behind it. Continue working. One long double crochet in the chain 1 space, and in the stitch chain 1 space, in the stitch, just how we did in the past rows. Okay, like in these rows. This post right here, so for that slip stitch, a slip stitch, and what we are going to do is we are going to front post the chains. We just insert the hook like this and make a single crochet. A single crochet is this one. Just get the yarn, you have 2 loops, and close them together and chain 2. Okay, so this stitch or this post is your first long double crochet, front post. Yarn over, and we're doing the back post, so we get the yarn from the back like this, and we insert to the other stitch right here like this, and the post or the stitch has to be behind the crochet hook. Get the yarn, you have 3 loops, close 1, close 2, and close the last 2. That is a back post. Okay, front post, yarn over, grab it, insert it from the front like this, get the yarn, and make your long double crochet. Now back post, from the back to this side, you get the post or the stitch and make your long double crochet. Now it's a front post, from the front to the back, and then get the hook like that and make your long double crochet. That's what we are going to work all the way, making a back post, front post, back post, front post, just like that. Okay guys, okay, so I finished the row, and you have the slip stitch right here in the top of the second chain right here. Just slip stitch there, and we finish row 2, but it's the first row making the back post and front post. Now once you have your slip stitch, get the front post and make your single crochet, chain 2, and make the back post. The one that is in the back, get it from the back. Front post, you can see it clearly. See, one is in the back, one is in the front. Back, front, back, front. So the one that is in the back, you get it. Here's this 2 chains. You get it from the back like this, just how we made the last row. This one is in front, so you get it in front. You get the back post, make a long double crochet. You get the front post and make a long double crochet, and you keep on working like that. Okay, you finish this row and you make a third row. In total you have to have 4 rows of 4 of brown, 1 normal, and 3 rows of back post and front post. Okay, so I cut the yarn, and don't worry about this because when we're done with the jacket or sweater, we're gonna hide all of these ones. So the same thing we made with this sleeve, you're gonna repeat the same steps with this one. Okay, making 11 rows of the first color, working how we made this side, and then 1 normal row making this one but in the second color, which in my case is the brown one, and then 3 rows of back post and front post. Okay, so repeat that with this sleeve and I'll see you when we're done. Okay guys, so I finished my 2 sleeves. They're right here, and we are almost ready. We just have to work on all around the sides. Okay, so let's get started making the sides. Color, which in my case is the brown one, we will insert the hook right here where the thread is, where we finished. So right here we have to insert the new yarn. Okay, and chain 1. The chain equals your first single crochet. Go to the next space, which is right here, and make another single crochet. Right here where we made the large double crochet, right here make 1 single crochet, and right here in this space make 1. Right here in the stitch make 1, and right here where the large double crochet is make 1. Right here in the stitch, here it is, I don't know if you can see it, but right here it's the chains, I'm sorry, make 1 single crochet. Right here 1 single crochet. Right here where is the stitch, right here make 1. Right here make 1. Right here make 1. Right here another one. Okay, so that's what you are going to do all around. I see you when we get to this point. Okay, so I got to this point already. I made the last single crochet, and we will start working all around this way, the neck, the back, the arms, all this way. Okay, so right here in this space, here's where we started making, here are the chains where we started row 1. So right here make 2 single crochets. Okay, find the space, which is this one right here, make a single crochet, find the other space, single crochet, and you're gonna repeat working like that all the way here. When you get to this point, you have to make, okay, I'm gonna show you what we have to do in this side. Okay, so I finished all around like this, and I got to this point, and we will start working this way. But to make the turn, right here in the next stitch, make 2 single crochets, 1 in the same one, make another one, and repeat working 1 right here, 1 in that space. right here 1, and right here 1. You're gonna repeat working like this, how we did with the other side. Okay, once you get here, make 2 single crochets and go all around until you get to this point where we started. Okay guys, so I got to this end right here. I went all the way and I got to where we started. Okay, so I'm gonna find the chain I made at the beginning and I'm going to slip stitch right here. Okay, so yes, chain 1, and in the next one make a single crochet, in the next one single crochet, in the next stitch single crochet, in the next one single crochet. Okay, so you're gonna repeat another row of single crochet, 1 single crochet in each stitch you made at the last row. Okay, you go all the way until you get to this point, because we're gonna start working on the holes for the buttons. Okay guys, okay, so I finished. I got to this point right here, and now you're gonna decide where you're gonna put your buttons. Like, I'm gonna put my first one right here, and then I'm gonna skip 1 row, and right here I'm gonna put my second one. I'm gonna skip this row, and right here I'm gonna put my third one. I'm sorry for the sounds, my daughter playing at the background. Okay, I'm gonna skip 1 and I'm gonna put the other bear right there. Okay, because you need to know before we start making the hole for the button, you need to know where you're gonna locate your buttons. Okay, once you have it, decide where you're gonna put. Like, I'm gonna put my first right here, and then I skip 1 line, the other one right here, skip 1, the other, these 2, okay, skip 1, and the other is in these 2 lines. Okay, so once you decide where they're gonna go, we're gonna start by making the button holes. So once you make your, okay, there, once you made the last single crochet, make 1 single crochet, and you're gonna start, make another single crochet, I'm sorry, and right here you're gonna start making the chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think with 8 it's fine. Okay, so I'm gonna skip 1, 2, 3, 4, and in the 5th one I'm going to slip stitch. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right here I'm going to slip stitch, and before I keep going, I'm gonna check that my button goes through very well, or like this, because it's gonna go up, and I think it's perfect. Okay, so with 8 chains my button fits perfectly. So the chains right here, you're gonna decide how many chains you have to make. If you have a smaller button, just make 5 chains, okay, and skip 5 or 3. But if you have a large button, you can make the 8 ones. So once you have your hole, I decided that I wanted to skip 1, right? And when I get to this point with these 2, I'm gonna make my other buttonhole. So I keep on working single crochets until I get to those 2 lines. Okay, so right here 1 single crochet, and right here I'm gonna make my 8 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna skip 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and right here I'm gonna make my single crochet. Okay, so I skip this line, I keep working single crochet until I get to this point, and right in these 2 rows, 1, 2, I'm gonna make my buttonhole. And that's how you're gonna go, repeat making your buttonholes until you make your last buttonhole. Once you finish making your last buttonhole, keep on working single crochets until you all around until you get to the beginning where you start. Okay, so to this point where we started, I look for the first chain we made at the beginning and we slip stitch right there. So here's my chain. I'm gonna slip stitch here. It's a little bit tight, but right there. See, now we are making the last row. We are going to work only single crochets all around over here until we get to this point where we have our buttonholes. Here's my 4. See, so when you get to this point, you're gonna make, if you made 8 chains, you're gonna make 8 single crochets inside the buttonhole. If you made 5 chains, you're gonna make 5 single crochets. Okay, the number of chains you made are the numbers of single crochets you're gonna make in the inside. Okay, so you make all single crochets over right here, go around until you get where we started right here. You fast off your yarn, and I see you when we are done with it. Okay, so I finished. I cut the yarn already. See, and this is what you should have. My buttons are gonna go here, just like that. What you have to do is hide all of your threads that are visible, like these ones. Put on your buttons, put the needle and the thread, and we'll hide all of these ones, and we're gonna be done. And I'm gonna show you my results once I finish the jacket. Finally, we are done. This is the result, or my result. I like this color better than the other one, which is this one, but I think both of them look very, very cute. Okay, so I hope you can make them with any problem. And if you have any question, please don't be shy or anything, but you can ask me. I'll leave my social medias in the description box. But yeah, I hope you like this tutorial, and if you do, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and comment if you want to. Okay guys, so thank you so much for watching my video, and see you in next tutorial. Bye.